talk about cool downs. So after we work out, whether it's running around the neighborhood or doing some chair fitness at home, after we get done with the exercise, you might be tempted to just stop and continue on with the rest of your day. Or you might feel so exhausted that you just collapse in place and you just relax for a few minutes. But I want to advise you against that, because cooling down is probably the most important part of your workout. So cool downs, where we usually take the time to perform either static or dynamic stretches, or both, is a vital part of older adult fitness. And it will help offset the effects of normal decline in the flexibility of joints and help you remain active and independent. Because as we age, our muscles become shorter and they lose their elasticity. And aging can affect the structure of your bones, your muscles, causing pain, decreased range of motion in the shoulders, spine, and hips. So that's why stretching is very important and an excellent way to relax and relieve tension. And like I said previously, it is pivotal for older adult fitness. That's drilled into us in our training, that you must cool down, you must cool down. So it's important for you to cool down. And the best time to stretch and to perform a cool down is when you're done exercising, because the body's still warm from working out, so the muscles are a little bit easier to move around because you don't want a cold stretch. So today, my goal is to go through 5 cool down exercises with you that will either be holding statically or performing dynamically for about 1 minute. If you want to do more, you can do more. If you want to do less, you can do less. And these are just 5 stretches that I think are great to do. But if you have other cool down exercises that you like to do, you can feel free to always throw those in here, supplement however you'd like. This is your workout. But one thing I want to caution against is that you should never immediately go from your high intensity exercise. So never go from like crazy run to stopping in place and stretching. All right, we want to make sure that you slowly bring your heart rate down before you start getting into static stretching. So you want to do some dynamic movement, slow dynamic movements before you begin stretching. So since you're hopefully done exercising at this point, you've come home, you've turned this video on, I want you for about 3 to 10 minutes, and I'll step back so you can see. For about 3 to 10 minutes, you can give me a side step tap, or you can even do like a little walk in place, just something to bring your heart rate down. So I want you to do that for about 3 to 10 minutes, and then you're gonna tune back into me, and then we'll get started. right, everyone, welcome back. You moved around a bit, so you lowered your heart rate down, and now we're ready to start the 5 stretches I want to go through. So some of them will be performed on a mat, but I will show you how to modify those on a chair. The stretches we're going to go through today can be done seated or standing, or on a mat or on a chair. So your first stretch looks the same whether you're seated or you're standing. I'm going to stay standing for this. But we're going to go ahead, you're going to start with your hands in a prayer position at your heart center. From here, I want you to go ahead and inhale your arms overhead. And then as you exhale, you're going to take your hands apart and come into a cactus and slowly lower those arms down by your side. So really opening up the chest. So you'll inhale, reach, we're stretching that upper back. Exhale, bring those elbows down and out like a cactus. Lower the arms down. So this is really good for the shoulders and your upper back. Keep this going. A little bit longer here. Remember to breathe. Breathing is an important part of exercise and really important part of stretching and cooling down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and finish it off if you weren't done, and relax. All right, so our next stretch here is going to be for the chest. It's going to be a stretch for the chest, for your shoulders, and it will improve your rib cage mobility. So you're going to go ahead and start with your fingers behind your head like you've just been arrested. I know, we don't want to ever be in that situation, but you're going to have your hands there. And then from here, all we're going to do is we're going to bring the elbows together, and then we're going to open it back up. Good. Then we're going to bring the elbows toward one another. Open it back up. Good. I want you to keep it going here. And as I'm doing this, my fingers are just lightly behind my head. I'm not putting any pressure on the back of my head. My hands are actually more so behind my ears than anything. All right, the next time your elbows open up, I want you to hold it open. So hold those elbows out to the sides. Again, my fingers are just light behind my head. There's no pressure. Try to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Nice big inhales and exhale. Keep it going. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release those arms down. Nice work. Next, we're going to go into a cat and cow. So this is really good for spine and spine mobility. So let me show you how that looks on the floor first, if you decide you want to go on the floor. So you'll go onto your mat. You're going to come onto all fours with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. So it looks like I'm a nice table, right? Wrist, shoulder, knee, hip. My spine is long. From here, I'm going to arch my back like a scared cat. So I'm going to inhale, arch my spine, draw my belly button in. You see I'm rounding my shoulders, and I drop my head, tucking my tailbone. And then on my exhale, I'm going to go to my cow, which means I'm going to let my belly fall. I'm going to create a divot in my back, kind of like a horse's back. And then I'm going to lift the tailbone, and I'm going to lift my head, looking just straight. Right, inhale, they arch. Exhale. Or sorry, inhale, arch, exhale. Why do I have that backwards? Inhale to your cat, exhale to your cow. And then you can come back to that neutral position, and let me show those of you who might not feel comfortable getting on the floor what you'll be doing, and then we'll go through the minute together. So if you're going to be on the chair, you're going to come to the front edge of your seat. You'll bring your hands on top of your thighs, and you're going to draw your hands up towards your hip bones as you inhale. Arch your spine, push your chest and stomach out. And then on your exhale, you're going to round your spine, round your shoulders, and drop your head. And you're going to keep going back and forth between those. So let's go ahead and get started together. So we're all going to go ahead and we're going to inhale to that cat, and then exhale to cow. Good. Keep it going back and forth. Done. Keep focusing on your breath. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bring yourself back to a neutral spine position. From here, we have another exercise that can be done either on the mat or on the chair. So let me show you what you do if you're going to go down the floor. Okay. So, if you're going to go down on the floor, this is kind of a moving exercise. So, what it's going to involve is you can start by placing both feet down on your mat. And then I want you to go ahead and you're going to extend your left leg out on the mat. So, and then from here, I want you to bring your right knee in towards your chest. So this is for that hip and your lower back. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and you're going to lift that leg up. Extend, try to flex the foot so you get that stretch in the hamstring. And then you're going to lower it back down. Then you'll repeat. So knee to chest, and then extend that leg up. Then let it fall back down. And you'll keep repeating that. Knee to chest. Extend it up, let it fall down. All right, so that's what you'll do if you're comfortable getting down on the floor. If the floor isn't your thing, that's fine. We can do that exact same thing in the chair. So the chair version, we need to come to the front edge of your seat, and you need to lean back in your chair. So it'll be the same thing, just about. So you're going to keep your left knee bent. We're going to take that right knee, we're going to draw it in toward our chest. Good. And then you'll go ahead and you'll extend that leg up toward the sky. Flex your foot as much as you can, and then lower the leg down. And then you'll keep repeating that. All right, so let's get started together. We're all going to do that right leg. So you're going to draw that right knee into your chest. Extend the leg up, flex the foot so you feel the stretch in the hamstring. Lower it down. Let's keep it going. Knee to chest, flex, lower it down. Good, keep going. This is really good for the hip, for our hamstring. It's a nice release for your lower back. Almost done. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Go ahead. We're going to switch to the other side now. So this time we're going to bring that left knee in toward your chest. Extend that leg up to the sky and then lower it down. Good. Knee to chest. Extend the leg up. Lower it down. Good. Keep it going. Remember to breathe. And almost done. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Actually, don't go too fast. You can go slow, 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 or just kind of slow. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, everyone. Let's go ahead and sit all the way back up, or you can stand on up. And I have one more stretch to take us through. So it's going to be for our quadriceps, because we've hit just about every muscle in the body except for the quadriceps, except for your quads. So there's a couple ways to stretch your quads. So let me give you some ideas. Step 1, actually, you'd be in your chair. You'd come to the front edge of your seat, and you'd hold onto your chair for support. And you would go ahead and you'd drop that right knee down toward the floor. So that way the top of your foot could make contact with the floor, and you might feel a stretch here. That's where I want you to feel it. If this seems too easy for you, or maybe you don't feel the stretch in this position, then I would encourage you to try the next version. Anchor your chair up against a wall and have something to hold on to, but you would take the top of your foot and place it on your chair. So that way I can get that stretch in my quadricep on this side. And then I would just hold on to my counter or anything else in front of me while I was standing here. The last one you could do is you could go ahead and you would, I'm going to switch legs here, you're going to take your left leg and you can hold on to it with your left hand. So again, that'd be, you'd want to have something for support, and your knee wants to point down toward the floor, so that way we can really feel that stretch in the quad here. So you can choose any one of those options. I'll let you decide first. Okay, I bet you have which one you're going to do now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the standing version. I'm going to start by bringing my left hand to my chair for support. I'm going to kick my right leg back. Well, I'll start with the right leg, and we're going to hold on to that right leg, or we're curling it under us. Whichever one you chose, just make sure it's the right leg. We're just going to hold this position. Quads get a lot of work throughout the day, so it's good to stretch them. It's important to stretch them. Keep holding it a little bit longer. Good, we're giving 15 more seconds. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So if you're standing, make sure that that right hand goes onto your chair for support. We're going to take that left leg down. We're going to curl it back behind us, stretching out that left hamstring now. And let's hold it here. If you're standing and doing this, you want to try to make sure that your knee points down toward the floor. So that's important because if your knee starts coming forward, then you won't feel the stretch as much. So you want to draw that knee back so that way you can feel the stretch. Good. Few more seconds. Let's hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, everyone. Release that down. That is it. You've made it through 5 of my favorite cool down stretches. And hopefully before you started those stretches, you did a little bit of slow moving dynamic moves to bring your heart rate back down. If you have any questions, always feel free to call us. Hope you enjoyed the warm up and cool down series and look forward to teaching you a little bit more about fitness. Have a great day, everyone.